And Ralphie will lead the charge and stay out of her way. And here come the Colorado Buffalo.
Oh, it was one of the best seasons in, I would say, Colorado football's history, to be honest with you, considering the excitement and the achievements, whether it was, an offense that was just unstoppable between the tackles led by the offensive line, by the late Brian Stoneberg at center with Rashawn toting the rock, and then me doing my part to my receiving core on the outside with Michael Westbrook as well as Christian Fauré at the tight end position and Ray Caruth to Phil Savoy, guys like that. So and then that defense, spearheading from the center with Shannon Clavell and Darius Holland and Kerry Hicks, and in the secondary with a Thorpe Award winner and Chris Hudson, it's like a mini pro team because all the guys I mentioned had an opportunity to go to the National Football League, including Tony Birdie and Derek West as my tackles on offense that went to the National Football League. One went to Indy, the other went to the San Diego Chargers. But to be able to finish that game with Coach Mack, having his last game with this class, that 94-95 class, was one to be excited about, and to finish the way we did against Notre Dame, pretty much put the icing on the cake for all of our careers, whether it's Coach Mack and the seniors and a lot of those juniors and sophomores that had a chance to learn behind us. He always made me understand that based on the stigma and the prejudice about the black quarterback, and that's athletic, if you will, with that combination, it either doesn't last or it can be created in the National Football League, because most times it was guys who were taller, more times than not it was white guys, blonde hair guys, and my style and my look wasn't the one. Rick Neuheisel's deal was, you're just as good as Troy Aikman, if not better, because you can run and you can move and your arm is stronger. So he did everything as a coach to help me understand, which I was already there, but it made it feel even more comfortable because I never had that issue at Colorado. That never was a debate. Can you play quarterback? Should you play another position? While there's been many before me that really put in some work, I would think when it comes to the modern day quarterback, yes, I would like to say I had my hand or my foot in some capacity in that space, to where now if you turn the volume down when I played back then, now listen to the commentators and that bias analysis, and turn that volume down and watch those games. And you put on the games from this weekend to all this past season and a few seasons prior, it's going to look just like the game today. That's now having the same commentators that question that style. Back then, talk as if they're gurus right now today about the mobile quarterback. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. So, my moment in time in the mid-90s were controversial when it came down to my abilities to be able to do all the things that I was able to do at will. For your owner to say I could have been in the Hall of Fame as a receiver, as a running back coach, the late Dick Hokie say I could have gone as a wide receiver, and Coach Cowher just not so long ago, literally when the Super Bowl was here in Atlanta, say my best wide receiver was my starting quarterback. If I was ignorant and foolish, I would be mad at that. But to me, that's a testament of my God-given abilities. And to say that I could have been a Hall of Fame wide receiver, hey, man, the 2 AFC championship games I lost to, guess what I lost to? 2 Hall of Famers. How would I fare today? I fared perfect. I mean, I'll be doing what I do, what I've always done. And, and the funny thing is, I say when do what you do, it's just like, I remember one of the coaches was saying, that another player told him that, especially in 99 and 2000, that he just wants to do his thing. Do we ever say that about any other quarterbacks? They just want to do their thing. Because you have more talent than the rest, than the majority, you truly become the minority. And you then have to, I guess, suffer, if you will, because no one's ready to deal with you and to deal with what you're capable of bringing to the table. So, but today, oh man, I think the D linemen are getting so fast. You have to have mobile quarterbacks nowadays, and carrying the ball is not an easy task. Look at the first 4 picks in this past 2023 draft. You had Young as the first quarterback taken. You had Strout as the second. I think then the third pick was a D lineman, and then the fourth pick was Richardson. So in the top 4 picks, 3 were quarterbacks that are extremely mobile, African-American quarterbacks, all battle tested, come from the Power 5, if you will, whether it's the SEC and also the Big Ten. And things have changed. Is it enough? No. I mean, no, it's not. But it's the lay of the land of what we're seeing in the style of quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes falls into that same category. His ability to run and his ability to move in the pocket. You saw what they were saying about him when he was coming out of Texas Tech. They just thought it was just uncontrollable. It just was all over the place. And, it was a Brett Favre kind of kid, just throw it anywhere on the football field kind of, sort of. And look what that's gotten him. We got to stop moving the uprights. Keep the goalpost where it is. Stop moving it over here when it comes to the black and athletic quarterback. Stop making it a harder road traveled than it's been for anyone else. We don't want to have to talk about prejudice or racism or discrimination. We don't want to. That's the low-hanging fruit. That's the lazy way of covering this stuff. Just stop moving the goalpost. If you can leave the goalpost where it is, there's greatness across the board on both sides of the fence in race.